Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I am here with not a topic. Actually, this is the most important topic. And I would love to explain it in both English and Urdu. So, we start this topic. It's the teaching methods, traditional versus modern. हम जिंदगी की दौड़ में क्यों पीछे हैं? हम वहाँ तक क्यों नहीं पहुँच पाते जहाँ हम बाकी लोगों को देखते हैं? I was watching a video yesterday. It was about the system of education in Finland. It was so amazing. देखने में एक बहुत ही छोटी सी वो जगह है, लेकिन they developed their system according to the life. हमें सबसे पहले ये सोचना है कि हमारा सिस्टम, हमारा टीचिंग जो मैथडोलॉजी है, क्या वो हमारी लाइफ के अकॉर्डिंग है? तो आप सब अगर इन चीज़ों को एनालाइज करेंगे, आप थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में सोचेंगे, देन यू विल फाइंड कि हमारा एजुकेशनल सिस्टम हमारी लाइफ में कहीं भी फिट नहीं बैठता. देन व्हाई वी आर फॉलोइंग दिस सिस्टम ब्लाइंडली? I know it's in vain if I am presenting so many points, क्योंकि points बहुत से लोग देते हैं, but they don't give the solutions. They don't want to come out from their comfort zone. So that's why we are unable to change our educational system. It's so pathetic. It's just like a dead system and creating the dead citizen, dead people without soul. Only the evil bodies with evil thoughts. So, first thing is traditional versus modernism. What is the difference between these? First thing, I would like to show you a picture here. Here is the picture of traditional system versus modern system. You can see 3 girls here, and they are reading a book, but what they are learning and what they are gaining from this book? Just look the appearance, just look the underconfident faces of these girls. How can they handle the life? How can they handle the complexity and the difficult situations of life? Can they, by reading these books? Is it an educational system? On the other hand, I show you another picture. Just look how confident they are. They are shining. They have no fear. They are not bound to cram the books, to read the books. They are free to learn. Another picture here. This is the picture of our high school. You can check the faces of these girls. You can say this is the forcefully disciplined. And on the other hand, you can see a child, a kid as a researcher, as a computer scientist. So, this is our pathetic educational system. ये जो हमारी तमाम ये बातें हैं, ये बहुत बिटर तो लगेंगी, क्योंकि ट्रूथ इज़ ऑलवेज बिटर, बट ये रियलिटी है. I always speak about these realities, and I am unfortunately the part of the system. It's really difficult if you are the part of system and you are watching the sinking boat, drowning people, the future, black future of the children, black future of the young generation. And unfortunately, our generation is going towards the worst destinations, only worst destination. Because parents are thinking that they are sending their kid to the school to learn so many things. And in other words, if I say that parents send their kids only by keeping the thinking in their mind, they will learn and they will earn. If they learn, they will earn. This is only the limited thinking. But they never think about their future, their personalities, and their damages. They never bother what his or her child is learning in school, what kind of information he or she is getting from the environment. Because education is not the name of only book reading or cramming something. No. Education is to building your personality, to build up your character, to being confident, to being able to solve difficult problems and so many conditions life provide you, life gives you, and if you are unable to face, then you are not educated. So we move ahead. Here are some facts. The facts are teaching styles have changed significantly over the years. But where? In Western societies. They just going toward the advancement, but not in Pakistan. The traditional way that education was delivered was through recitation and memorization techniques, whereas the modern way of doing things involves interactive method. Book reading and memorization is not the way of learning. It's the poorest and the lowest thing to learn something. Because everyone can read book. Even the parents, if the parents are educated, they can just read the book and tell their ward what is in it. It's not a difficult thing. But we are blind followers, our teachers are blind followers, and they are following the old methodology because they don't want to come out from their comfort zone. It's really difficult to come out from their comfort zone to provide the latest, interesting and challenging situations to the children. But where are their thoughts? Their thoughts are their thoughts are and nepotisms, favoritisms, leg pullings, and so many evils in our educational institutions. Because I am the part of educational institution, that's why I must say that there is nothing than these things. They all are thinking about their names, their positions, but they don't think about where the children are going, what they are learning. And they are not ready to change themselves for the students, for the coming generation. They think that if they change their methodology, it's really an insulting way if they change it. But actually, they are destroying all the system, all the educational system. And it's really a fact. Move ahead. Here are some drawbacks I selected. Cramming, not learning. Means if you cram something, even a parrot can cram, but he will never call an educated parrot or educated animal. So cramming is not a big deal to learn. Learning and cramming, there is a huge difference between these two things. Learning can change your personality, the way of your talking, the way of your thinking, and cramming is just block your mind. Just follow the written words blindly. So cramming is not learning. Here, the second point is about avoiding new techniques because teachers are unaware. They don't want to come out from their comfort zone. As I told you in my previous lines, that teachers don't want to improve themselves because they don't want to come out from their comfort zone. They have crammed so many things and they are utilizing in all ages, in all eras. But it's really unfortunate that we have such pathetic thoughts. Latest techniques are not good for them, not good according to their thoughts, because they are unable to operate or do it. They are unable to walk with the new latest techniques. So that's why they don't focus on learning. This is the second point. Story based learning. We are telling so many false stories to our children. They don't have any base. And our books are filled with such type of stories. What is the moral of stories? Honesty is the best policy, right? And so many other stories. A story of a greedy dog you will find in all the syllabus. So what they are learning? Greedy dog is not exist in our technological system. We need to explore the things. We need to explore the new horizons from the latest inventions. How do they work? How we can utilize in our system. This is the story. The story of old people. No matter, you should do it, but it's not bad if you tell their students about the motivational personalities, influential personalities, but it's not good if we add some stupid types of stories in our syllabus and we are just telling our students the baseless stories, and we are teaching them to tell a lie, and the result is they will be the story makers. In future they will make the baseless stories because it's the result of our teaching, our baseless stories. Boring classrooms. Boring means there's no interaction, because students are afraid from the teachers and they are unable to ask questions, and they don't dare to ask questions because teacher is so strict, and teacher doesn't have any knowledge to tell you. That's why she or he is strict. He or she is trying to snub the classroom, so that's why it's a boring classroom. Students will never desire to sit for the 40 minutes in a class because it's so boring. They are unable to move, they are unable to talk freely, they are unable to talk or ask questions freely. If there are some questions in their mind, teacher will snub them because teacher has only limited knowledge. Teacher prepared his or her lecture for the current day because she or he is unable to reply the students. That's why it's a boring classroom. Snubbing the students and underconfident students. Snubbing, if there are so many students who just want to ask questions. They feel the questions are arising in their minds and they just want the answers, their instinct, to satisfy their instinct. But unfortunately our teacher has a lack of knowledge, so she or he will snub the students, and this situation is really dangerous for a kid because you are snubbing their confidence. They will never ask anything from anyone and they will be quiet. So we are creating or generating such classrooms with the underconfident students. We are making underconfident team. How can we say that we are providing the quality education? It's rubbish. Questioning is insult. If the teacher doesn't have the knowledge and student asks questions, he feels that student insulting me. In fact, asking a question to satisfy his instinct of asking question. But teacher feels that it's insulting because teacher doesn't know the answers. Lack of examples from the daily life. We never use the examples from the daily life because we are living life lively and live. The past stories cannot be implemented on our life, because if we are spending and we are facing the different situations, how can we apply the examples from the past? So we never do it. We just open the book and just start reading, just cramming, and that's it. This is your homework, and just prepare it for your tomorrow lesson. This is our method. Useless knowledge for life, algebra, and so many other things. These things are included in our syllabus, in our pathetic educational system, and these things are the basic part of our educational system, but we can never see in our real life. We are not teaching the students about the galaxies, about the spirits, about the spirituality, about the motivations, about their inner. We just tell them, just clean your clothes, your hands, your mouth, your face, these things. We never tell them how you can find yourself. खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. We never notice. We just cram this verse of Allama Muhammad Iqbal. But even teacher doesn't know the meaning of this. She will use the guide. He will use the guide and teach the students from here to here. This. You just write down the notes and make the notes, and just this is the method. So next, teacher don't want to come out from the comfort zone, as I told you. That's why this is because of we are still in the pathetic type of educational system. It's a traditional system, not traditional. Traditions are different. Traditions have the evolutions, but we are studying Aristotle, Socrates, and such type of people, but we never get the results of their lives, results of their researches. We never apply, we never try to think. They were the thinkers, but we have locked our thinking because our teachers never want to open it. Never try to open the locks of your mind, because if you open it, you have so many new things, and they don't know how to handle such situation. They are spending their one day and they just go back to their homes. Dealing students like a prisoner. As I showed you the picture that some students were sitting like they are prisoners for the 40 minutes, and they will spend time like a prisoner. They are not allowed to ask questions, and they are not allowed to get the knowledge if the teacher has. But unfortunately, teacher has just a book and just a guidebook. And I have seen so many teachers who, especially Urdu, they just wrote or write so many notes on the book, and their books, you can see it's like a old diary, their personal diary. It's like their personal diary. They write everything on the book in the pages, and they just teach the students by following these hints. I don't think about such teachers. They are teachers, they are just insult. They shouldn't use or adopt the profession of teaching if they are unable to explain the wide knowledge around the world. Lack of learning from the surroundings. They look at their surrounding like they just give the examples of the West, that these countries are so advanced, but why you guys are not following their strategies? Islam, if you follow the Islam in Pakistan, they always follow the Islam. They are in West, we can't follow it, but they are following your rules. They tell their children, don't tell a lie, don't steal anything, just follow the rules, just build your mind. These all are the rules of Islam. Then why you are thinking that we can never adopt the thinking of West? So these are the drawbacks of your traditional educational system. Next thing is, modern techniques are progressive techniques. Which are the modern? One modern method is spaced learning. This is when students are encouraged to quickly switch through activities. For example, providing 10 minutes for knowledge on the subject with a PowerPoint presentation and then having 15 minutes of sport. The aim of spaced learning is to achieve better grades, and it works. It is claimed that this is more effective than teaching students by traditional method for 4 hours, thus helping the brain cells to create connections that they need to remember knowledge. It is also help people to relax. And this method is really a good method if you give them some assignments and they just and send them a place to research or search something or search their answers from surrounding. They will get the better answers. They will open the lock of their mind and then try to search it. Just like if you are teaching about the plant, just provide them this plant. They will check the roots, they will check the stem, they will check the leaves, they will provide the different atmosphere to that plant, and then they will observe the effects. Then they can write the proper answer and they can write the proper statement about that plant because it's their research. But unfortunately we never provide them. We are wasting the time. It's interesting classroom, it's creative classroom, and students will open the lock of their brain, and your less effort can make them a successful citizen or a person. To teach them morality, just show them some videos, tell them, just create or arrange a play, just tell them how can you be a good person. What's the purpose of human being? The first question must be in all institutions is, what is the purpose of human being? Why we are the ashraful makhluqat, the better creation of Allah. If the question will arise in their mind, he or she will surely get the answer in any stage of life, on any type of stage, no matter. But the question is in his or her mind. But we never give them. We just start from the book, Hamd. It is Hamd. Just read it. It's Allah ki Tareef. What is Allah ki Tareef? Can you tell them to do the presentation? What is Allah ki Tareef? How can we praise the Lord? And what Lord gave us? अल्लाह ने हमें क्या दिया है, क्या आप उसको बता सकते हैं? By reading the lines of that hamd, you can teach them, but you can never praise Allah. Praising means if you teach the poem, if you tell them about the blessings of Allah, he will just research on it. Just give them 1 week, 2 or 3 days to search about the blessings of Allah. Just go to your home, find out which things are from Allah and which things are the other person don't have. Then he can write in his own words. He can describe his own word. This is the opening of their mind. But unfortunately, we never focus on the Hamd, the Naat, and we just move ahead, just read the lesson, and this is Maulana Hali and whatever the person is. We just write about the life story of the Maulana Hali. But what is the conclusion of his life? Why we are studying, or why we are reading this book, or why we are studying about the Hamd and Naat? It's really a vast topic. I will make a video on the Hamd. How can we just guide the students in my next video, inshallah. Next is advanced educational system. As a modern education uses the completely different techniques. not like a pathetic system. Progress education focus more the individual student, not like all the students and whole class. It focus on the individual because they want to make a student a successful person in life, so that's why they focus on the individual student. It's activity based. They perform activities, they research, they start research on their projects using questioning techniques. Their mind lock, the lock of their mind will be opened through the questioning technique. Explanation, like they just make the presentation and they explain. It's really a thing that make the students confident. Demonstration and collaboration techniques. Students are most confident if the teacher is aware of the latest techniques, because it will be really an interesting discussion if the teacher is aware from the latest technique. Enhancement in thinking capacity. We never think about the enhancement in thinking capacity, because by snubbing the thinking of the students, we can never apply the word enhancement in their thinking capacity. So it's really difficult. So if we follow all these rules, even these 5 rules in our educational system, if we just be the first drop of the rain, then we can at least change the thoughts of our class. It's only a hope, but otherwise, if you are following the pathetic system and you want to follow that old system, then you can never make the citizen, make the doctors and successful doctors. And first of all, you can you are unable to make, or you are unable to make a perfect human being. Focus and hard work for the nation is really important if you build a successful nation. Here I added a quote. It's really, I like to add, it's mine. If your guide is not aware of the twisted roads, then destinations is just a dream. अगर आपका उस्ताद आपको आड़े तिरछे रास्तों तक नहीं ले जा सकता, तो आप उसको फॉलो करते हुए अपने ख्वाब कभी नहीं हासिल कर सकते, आप उस मंजिल तक कभी नहीं पहुंच सकते जहां पे आपको पहुंचना है. सो आई होप आपको इस प्रेजेंटेशन से थोड़ी बहुत अवेयरनेस हुई होगी. दिस इज ओनली फॉर द पेरेंट्स who just want their children a best citizen, best person, but how can they do it? They need equally participation in building the character of the student. Thank you so very much. Stay blessed and Allah Hafiz.